Good morning, students. Today we are assembled here again with a new topic, that is intramural and extramural. This is just the continuation of the topic which we have covered in the previous video clips. So let us start. At first we are going to start with intramural. That is, meaning of intramural we will be starting at first. So what is intramural? Basically, intramural is the combination of two words, that is intra and moral. So what does intra means? Intra means inside and moralis means four walls. So when we combine both these words, that is intra with moralis, it becomes intramural. So intramural means all the activities which are taking place inside the four walls of an institution. Basically, all the sports competitions. Why only sports competitions? All the competitions that can be co-curricular competitions also, that are taking place within the institution, within the campus of an institution, that can be considered as intramural competitions. Now, next is, let us understand with some examples. Some examples of intramural competitions are, first of all, inter-house competitions. Next is inter-class competitions. Next, the motto. The motto of intramural competition is a game for all and each for a game. I repeat, a game for all. So keeping in mind the motto, in intramural competition the participation of students have to be in maximum number. More and more students to take part in the game in intramural competitions. Next, let us move to the significance of intramural tournaments. When we look towards significance, significance means importance. What is the importance of intramural competition? So keeping that in mind, the first importance is important for physical, mental, emotional and social development of the students. Intramural plays a very vital role in the formation of physical, mental, emotional and social development of students. Next, stress is laid on moral and ethical values, means emphasis. More and more emphasis is laid on moral and ethical values. These values, moral and ethical values, are being developed within the individuals, as these values, these moral and ethical values are very, very important for any individual. Education forms a part, but they are having a special place in an individual's life. Next, necessary for the development of health of the children. So intramural helps or give a pathway, give a platform to the students to nurture with their physical fitness level. How? When they are participating in competitions in the form of intramural, so they can improve their physical fitness level, that is development of health of children. Next is manages aggression. Intramural helps in managing aggression. How? When an individual student is participating in intramural competitions, naturally his mind is getting diverted. He is utilizing his aggressiveness towards game situation in winning. So that is a good part. Aggression is good up to some extent if we use our aggression in a positive manner. Next is, it provides recreation. Intramural competition also helps in providing recreation to the students, and not only to those students those who are participating, also to those who are spectators. to those students who are watching the game, because by witnessing also they come to know the rules and regulation of the game. They come to generate stress within, generate interest within themselves. Next is provides opportunities to students to participate in games and sports. As I told you earlier, it gives an opportunity to the viewers, to the spectators, those who are not participating. By watching the game, by learning the rules and regulation, interest can be developed, and that interest one day can make them stand on the court. Next is help to develop leadership qualities among the students. So intramural also helps in developing the leadership qualities. So as in intramural competitions, inter-house teams, one student will be given or made team captain. So that is the platform from where leadership quality starts developing within the individual students from school level itself. Moving forward, next we are moving to objectives of intramural tournament. So what are the objectives of intramural tournaments? The first objective is to provide opportunity to every student to participate in games and sports. Intramural competitions provides an opportunity to each and every student, each and every individual of an institution to participate in the game. Next, to develop the leadership quality. Intramural helps in the development of leadership quality, and that leadership quality that individual can use when he is moving out of the institution. Next is to develop the feeling of cooperation. Now in a game situation, every subject is having its own laboratory. In physical education, playfield is our laboratory. So it is the only subject where, along with knowledge, along with skills, we come to know about social qualities. Social qualities like cooperation, sympathy, truthfulness, and so on. So when participating in a game, and that should be a group team game, we develop social qualities in more number. Next is to provide recreation. As discussed earlier, intramural competitions helps in the recreating, helps in developing recreation. Next, to develop feeling of sportsmanship. It also helps in the development of sportsmanship. Next is to provide the opportunity to learn a variety of games and skills. Intramural competitions also provide a platform to learn variety of skills, variety of games and sports, because we need to understand who are participating in intramural competitions. In intramural competitions, basically the beginners are participating in more number. So beginners always need a platform to explore themselves, to prove themselves, to showcase their skills. So keeping in mind, intramural competitions gives an opportunity to learn a variety of games and skills. Next, to find out the talented sports person, this is the main agenda of intramural competition, is to find out or to spot talent. Those talented sports persons will be promoted to next level to compete. Next is to provide the experience of organization of competitions. Intramural competitions gives an experience of how to organize competitions. Although it's a first stage where it will give us an experience that what are the things required to organize a sports competition. Depending on the mistakes committed, depending on the shortcomings, things can be worked on and it can be made more conducive when we are going for extramural competitions or organizing of extramural competitions. Yes. Next we are going to just see all the activities which are included under intramural competitions. As you can see that we have categorized into major games, minor games, creative activities and combating activities. So these all activities, major games means all the games which are widely played throughout the country, and why country, across the countries also. Minor games, so these are kho-kho, tag game, roller skating, sack race. So these are not having a set of rules and regulations. Kho-kho is under major games only. Minor means those rules and regulations can be modified. Now creative activities like painting, drawings, sculpturing, making models, as I was telling you earlier about co-curricular activities. So co-curricular activities also are included as intramural competitions. There are debates, there are extempores like that. So combating activities like boxing, judo, taekwondo, karate, where physical contacts are taking place. Moving next. Now next we are dealing with extramural competitions. As we have discussed intramural competitions, next is our meaning of extramural competitions. Here also there is a adjoining of two words, that is extra and moralis, where extra means outside the school premises or outside the four walls of school. Moralis means outside. Okay? Extra means outside and moralis means four walls of the school. So, next, all those activities which are taking place outside the four walls of a school institute are termed as extramural competitions. Now, extramural competitions can also be called as inter-school competitions, where more than one school compete with each other. Moving forward, as you see, that is significance of extramural tournaments. Significance, as we earlier discussed, that is importance. So what are the importance of extramural tournaments? So the first one is, it provides opportunities to school to show their sports capabilities. Here in extramural competitions, only the selected candidates are sent to compete with other schools. So, all the schools are showing their sports capabilities because they are selecting, they are sorting out the talents from intramural competitions. Those selected candidates are being polished, are being nurtured, and they are sent to represent that particular school or institution and bring laurels to the institution. Next, moving forward, for enhancing the standard of sports performance. Extramural competitions are also very, very important for enhancing the standard of sports performance. Next is, provide appropriate knowledge of sports technique. So, as you can see, extramural competitions provide a platform to know about the sports techniques, because these competitions are organized on the basis of latest rules and regulations. There, as we compete with good quality sports persons, there is a exposure of lot of skills which we can also take away. We can learn those skills. When coming back to our school, we can practice those and sort of enhancing our performance level. Next one is, it improves the opportunity to participate in sports. Extramural competitions also gives the opportunity to participate in sports, to familiarize all the skills which we have learned. It gives a platform to showcase all the skills which we have learned during our physical education class or during evening classes. Next, for making and implementing the programs of physical education more effectively. It is very, very vital. Extramural competitions are helping for making and implementing the programs of physical education more effectively, because These extramural competitions are fought with the latest rules and regulations and according to the strict norms of the play or game. These competitions are being organized. Moving forward, so next is objectives of extramural competitions. Now, let us discuss the objectives of extramural competitions. So the first one is to improve the standard of sports. Extramural competitions lay down the platform to improve the standard of sports. Next is to provide experience to the students. As students are mingling with good quality sports persons, because every school, every institution will be sending their good stuffs, good selected individuals, because every school wants to win. So under such situation, it will give or it will provide an experience to the student to learn more and more. Next, to develop sportsmanship and fraternity. So the qualities like sportsmanship and fraternity is being also developed with the help of extramural competitions, because there under the umbrella that is extramural, the name of the competition can be any, because the examples of extramural competitions are such as the district level competitions, the state level competitions, the national and the international level competitions. Now under a single head, lot of schools, lot of districts, states, lot of countries come together. They share their traditions, culture, practices. So one can be aware of so many things. So we can conclude that it gives or develop the sportsmanship and fraternity. Next, to broaden the base of support, extramural competitions lays down its strong root. Last one is to provide the knowledge of new rules and advanced technique. So extramural competitions also provide the platform of knowledge of new rules. As I told you that extramural competitions are fought according to the latest rules and regulations and advanced techniques. Moving forward, now we move to the another topic, that is specific sports program. This is the last topic of chapter 1, that is planning in sports. So these specific sports program, as you can see in front of you in the board, these are not basically of competitive form. They are not having any competitiveness among themselves. If we leave out the first one, that is sports day, all other four, that is health run, run for fun, run for specific cause and run for unity, these four are not having any competitiveness. The participants which compete under these four categories, there you will not be finding the competitiveness. So first of all, let us discuss the first one, that is sports day. It is a very familiar term, sports day. Every institution organizes sports day annually, where there is an extravaganza, there is a get together, there is a mingling of students, their parents, their grandparents. So basically everybody gets an opportunity to come out of the daily routine, because as you are well aware that in sports days certain sports activities are organized for the school kids, for their parents, for their grandparents. So it's a very vital source of giving recreation, giving a society enrichment program, because everybody is connected with everybody. So this is a platform where people can mingle with each other, people can develop a good relationship, a good rapport with one another. Next is health run. Health runs are such a run where health related awareness is being provided to the community, to the society. Next is run for fun. So in this type of run, as I told you, these are basically not having any competitiveness. Rather, these are just to make people aware regarding something. Run for fun means here people of different age groups participate, and it's a sort of recreation sort of thing, that is run for fun. You might have noticed that throughout our country there are many races which are taking place, like half marathons also. So there are, not everybody is winning the race, but lot of participation or maximum participation is taking place. Different age categories people are also participating, keeping in mind just for fun and frolic, just for the sake of participation. Moving forward to next one, that is run for specific cause. Now here things can be considered like that. If take example of present situation, like COVID-19 is going on. Now we can take help of run for specific cause to aware the people. Nowadays through social media we are coming to see a lot of videos where people, while sitting at their home, they are making the videos, and finally those things are being clubbed together and a message from lot of people in form of videography is being put up. So that is an example of run for specific cause. Similarly, some other cases can be polio. So people can be get aware, where people holding placards in their hand, on their t-shirts some message can be written, and that can be showcased, exhibited with the help of get together. Next is run for unity. As the name suggests, unity. So it's a run where the message of unity is being spread. No age group, nothing is barred. Everybody can take part. The only thing is the message of unity is being spread throughout the nation. So that is run for unity. One thing again I want to repeat, that these four, that is health run, run for fun, run for specific cause, and the last one, run for unity, these are not competitive. There people participate with their own pleasure, with their own wish, just for spreading a message. With this, I come to the end of today's session. I hope you all have understood. Thank you all of you. We will meet again with new set of videos. Thank you. God bless us all.